All right. Hey, my friend.
Rama,
Hey, how's my voice there?
it's good. It's
Nice and
good.
clear. Okay, I can hear
How's
you.
my voice?
Yeah, you're okay. You're good.
Yeah.
I see that and that thing in the back, the motor.
Ah, yes.
Yes. How are you doing, my friend?
Man, I'm okay. Yes,
You
I'm doing
good?
okay. You know,
Okay. Glad to hear. Glad to hear.
could do more gigging,
Oh yeah. Okay.
but
Ah, we'll talk
this is
about
what,
that. We'll talk
yeah,
about
man.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Now we're recording now already. So let me say
okay.
hello to my subscribers and the fans of
Hey,
James.
what's up?
What's it?
I see that in your corner too.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's the ass brand, right?
yes.
All right, guys. Welcome to my Groove Talk channel. Here I bring you my special guest from another part of the world. Yeah.
Originally from America.
Originally from America. Now we will ask this guy. His name is James Thomas or James Werts. I don't know the complete name. You should.
Thomas is my middle name.
Okay, James Thomas Werts.
So James Werts is the
Nice, nice. All right. Okay, James. So we can call you just James.
bam.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, James. Can you tell us about your first encounter with music and finally you chose bass as your instrument?
Yeah,
How did?
I would say my first encounter was with my brothers and sisters, man, my siblings, back in Detroit, man. We grew up with music around us. And I think little, I had to be a little infant. And my older brothers and sisters would be singing and I would try to sing. And I knew I wasn't good, but I
Mhm.
loved singing. And then that graduated or that moved me into, I tried to play a trombone.
All right. Sounds
uh,
good.
but but the trombone was not my forte, but it wasn't for me. So I picked up my friend who was a guitar player, picked up his electric guitar, and he could play much better than me. But he let me play his brother's bass. I think I was
Okay.
around 9 years old, and I picked up the bass, and he taught me a few bass lines, and then from there I went on. But I took drum lessons though. I did. I went to school for drums.
Okay.
And so
Well,
the drums, I just fell in love with the bass guitar, like you.
yeah. So what's the first bass line you tried?
Ooh, I think it was because I grew up with a lot of in Detroit. A lot of these cats were like because I was a young cat, and these guys, the older gentlemen, were like from the South or whatever of the U.S. and they
Uh,
play a lot of blues. So blues, you know, the blues vamp is all I learned,
so
and
blues
so
blues is in the blood, huh?
yeah, man. So the blues it picked up. I picked it up from them,
Hmm.
and um, and from there, it excelled from to R&B,
Yeah,
maybe some rock. You
yeah.
know,
I know you that you have lots of states there in America, and I
yeah,
think it might be it has a different kind of music in each state. Do you agree with
yeah,
that? And what
yeah, yeah.
what?
Yeah, and you can't say that because each different regions have
Yeah,
different vibes.
yeah.
Nashville, you know, Texas has a different vibe. East Coast, and my part, Detroit, is where I'm originally from. It's up there within Chicago and well, Detroit is Motown. So,
Wow,
so
Motown in Detroit.
yes, yeah, that's in Detroit, man. That's
Oh
like
wow.
yeah, man. It's like I know you want to leave me,
Oh,
but I refuse to let you
no,
go. If
all
I had,
right. Now I know your influence. I love the beside your basing. I love your singing, and
oh,
that's
thanks.
I think that's where it comes from. The Motown kind of vibe.
Well, that's what I like about America. There's different variations to pick up from. But I come up with my mother, you know, listening to Motown.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
but my oldest sister is the one that turned me on to music.
Really?
You know, she was, she would have her albums and she would invite me to her, her house when she moved. She'd blow the dust off of albums and she'd say, hey, listen to this, Earth, Wind and Fire, listen to this, Roy Ayers. And it just excelled from there. And I was in love.
Yeah. Sounds so
Yes.
cool. Now tell us about how did you move from the US and to, Estonia?
Yes, yes.
How did that happen?
I know. I see the curiosity, man. You're like, well, I moved from the Detroit area to Los Angeles,
Okay.
where I was, was there and for a while, and of course playing music and playing with the heavy hitters, the cats, and there I met she was my girlfriend then. We met Estonian women.
All right.
Yes, yes, and then we dated 3 years in the Los Angeles area, and then she finally said she wanted to come back home, and I said okay. It took me a while to say yes, I'll come, but I did come, and it was going to be a limited time here, but we got married here, and we have a son. I'm now divorced though,
Okay.
and she's a good woman. She's still my accountant.
Okay.
Really good. Yes, and so. But and then I planted myself here, and my music notoriety just went like this.
Ah.
So from Russia to Finland to Sweden to Latvia, Lithuania,
You should tell us more about Estonia. Where is it? I'm not that familiar with Estonia. I heard Lithuanian. I have a Lithuanian friend, but
yes.
Estonia, where is it, and how is the life there? How's the music there?
Well, Estonia is maybe there's Latvia in the south. It's part of the Baltics, and then you have Lithuania, then Latvia, and then Estonia, which is a little further up north. We're just between the sea of Finland. But it's the music scene here is you have a lot of Estonian pop, it's SD pop, a lot of jazz, and just like in Latvia, heavy jazz.
Standards?
Lithuania, huh?
Standards? The standard jazz?
No, standards and bebop. All that stuff, man.
Oh wow!
They get deep, man.
Yeah,
I've been on stage with many of these cats, man. And Finland and Sweden. They all bring their own vibe, but and it's incredible to grab all this energy, man, coming from different aspects.
And then I saw that you've been a while there, living there and staying there, right?
Yeah. I've been here for a while, man. I've been here since 2003.
Oh wow!
Yes,
but
I wanted to.
But you're still American. Citizenship is.
Yes, citizen.
Okay.
American, but yes.
Okay.
There's a few of us here, Americans.
There are a few. Okay.
Yeah, it's very diverse here, and especially in talent.
Okay, so the live music there is happening.
Yes, it's well, I would say if you're like they have sometime, what's the word we say? Blood is thicker than water. They like to stick with their own, and to go outside the box, you have to be good. For me, thank God, they've accepted me, and my schedule is like it's crazy. But Estonian pop, they love it here. I don't play that, I'm, but I am right now, Rama. I am right now since a year ago, concentrating now more on my originals.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because I was so much playing cover music.
Yeah.
And my schedule was really just every week, man, 4 or 5 days a week, just for like 6 years straight, man, just work, playing cover music.
Speaking about that, I'm curious about your James Werts World Project.
Good band.
Yeah, you should tell us about that.
This is a good band, man. This is it 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 came about through my friend. Well, it came about before I came to Estonia. There was a band called, and I'll probably give you some links later on.
Okay.
There was a band called Lament, based here, which was like a 9-piece band, horn section, and I played with them, doing Earth, Wind, and Fire, Cool in the Gang, and all this stuff, man. So, and after that, I, because it was a big band, and the money was kind of, it was being split, which is great musicians. Then I had to move on, and the saxophone player in the same band thought about him and I joining another band or making another band, James Werts World Project, which is a 4-piece band. And we took the guitar player from Lament and the drummer, which is, you saw the guy with the big beard. Mm-hmm. He's incredible. Mm-hmm. But we took him and we played around. But eventually the saxophone player left.
Okay.
He left the band, and but he gave us 6 months. He said, in 6 months, I'm leaving. I'll have a replacement for you. That was about almost 3 years ago. And that was the keyboard player we have now, Ryan Rama. Woo, woo.
So the James Werts World Project plays cover songs.
But yes. And my manager, he sees now that I am totally almost doing the 360 and promoting my own.
Yeah, your own regionals.
Yes, I have to get that out, and people, you've heard a few of my songs.
Yeah, I love them. Really love them. And how's your fan taking that change from cover to regionals?
I think because the fans, it's happening now, and it's happened. Most of my stuff that I do test out is coming from here at my place, and I just push it out. But we haven't had a chance to perform out yet, although we have schedules for this summer to play some of my originals. But I do, from what you've heard on Facebook and Instagram, I test people just to see what kind of reaction I get. And I can tell you, man, it's the reaction is good.
It's been
the reaction.
Yeah. Well, as long as it's regional, it's always giving us, that particular satisfaction than bringing up the covers, right?
Yes, and I love doing the covers because, it's making a lot of money.
Yeah.
This year, it's like I had, a chance to think and redo my stuff. I had a chance to sit down and listen to my stuff, go over my old originals, listen to newer stuff, my ideas, and there it is. I'm gonna have to do a song, sing it, and have you play the bass.
Yeah, let me play the bass in one of your, originals. I will be happy to do that.
Oh, yes. Because what I've seen from you guys, and you're performing with some of the churchgoers, you have with you sometimes.
Yeah.
Regular band, some good stuff, man.
Yeah, we're trying to bring up, American gospel, R&B, soul songs.
Hey, that's all right, though. And it's so cool, man, that that I hear this coming from that area,
Yeah.
Yes.
In Indonesian, that's not too common with that kind of, culture from America,
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, not every band brings like, that kind of song, soul, R&B. But yeah, we all cover songs are kind of cool, right? But the originals always bring us, particular satisfaction whatsoever.
Yeah. You can go into your own world,
Yeah, for sure.
I've been trying to do this vibe now. I still want to do it. And I told my guys in my band, I want to do this song, and they're hesitant, falling in love.
Oh,
I want to do it so bad,
Sing it some lines with that song.
Falling in love with Jesus. Falling in love with Jesus. falling in love with Jesus is the best thing I have ever had.
Hey,
Yeah.
nice, man.
Sing it with my Invisalign clips in here, my mouth, but it's okay.
I
Gotta
love
make you
it.
sing anything, though. You know,
I love
if
it.
you believe.
So, how many originals have you made? Have you posted or have you produced?
Woo. So far, I've posted maybe about I say about 12.
12.
I
Oh,
have some reggae stuff.
that,
Yeah,
there's already one album.
I know. About 8 songs. I think would be great to do an album, right?
Yeah, yeah. But you have posted it in Spotify, the streaming?
No, not yet. That's coming soon. Once because a lot of all the songs you've been hearing is like teasers,
Okay.
and now there's a couple of songs out right now being mastered, and then once that goes out, and then I just send it out, and
Nice.
think it's about ready, But
Nice.
yes,
Okay. It's been so nice to hear about your projects. That's been amazing there in Estonia, and about the reaction people there that they have accepted you there. That's very
that's it's true, man.
yeah.
It's a really nice vibe here, and the doors open when I was here with Lament. It took about a year and a half or 2 years. Estonians are very reclusive, They, once the Russians are more open here, Estonians are a little bit more closed until they get to know you.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. What
And
city? What city are you there? What city?
I'm just outside of Tallinn.
Outside of Tallinn. Okay.
Yeah, but the city I'm living in is called it's just outside. It's Viimsi.
Okay. Is that a big city or what?
No, it's a small city, man.
Okay.
Viimsi is small. Tallinn's the biggest city in Estonia, and that's not big at all either. But
okay. So how many countries have you toured from Estonia?
From Estonia, toured 1, 2. I'm just gonna do the number 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10.
10 European countries.
Yeah, and then some parts of the Middle East.
Oh, wow, nice.
The place I've only been to in the areas. I've for 3 months I was in Hong Kong.
Asia. Okay.
Woo!
How's Hong Kong for you? How's Hong Kong for you?
And that's probably one of my favorite cities.
Where did you perform? With which venue?
The band we played covers. We were at the Grand Hyatt in Wan Chai.
Okay.
And it was.
For how long were you there? For how long?
3 months.
3 months.
Yes.
And you're playing every day?
Except for Sunday.
Oh my God, that's
much killing us, man.
Much of fun. Yeah. Yeah. Next time you gotta have me as your bassist, and you just sing.
Hey, I'm down with that, man.
I'll be happy to do that. You just sing, and then I will bass. Yes. I'll do the bass.
Yes. You heard that, right? All your subscribers and your fan. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I can't wait for that. All right. Now let's speak about, actually the first time I saw you is seeing and watching your Sire video back then 5 years ago.
Yes.
You're right. You see?
Wow.
And then I have a SoundCloud account that I haven't opened until now. I just 2015 I made a SoundCloud and I heard your sound sample there using that Sire. I think that one. I'm not sure.
That's it. Yes.
Maybe that one.
What's this one?
The first generation of V7 Sire bass.
Yes.
Now tell me about the first encounter with Sire bass.
It came through Jackie Clark.
Okay, Jackie.
Who, when he was at the NAMM, I think it was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 5, yeah. And because I think 5 years ago was when the V7 came out, maybe 6, I don't know. But Jackie was talking about it on Facebook, and instantly I went, and he had other cats talking about it that he'd heard from somebody else, and he just raved about it. And so I just researched, and then I made a big fuss about it in Estonia. Not a bad fuss, but a big nice fuss. And this one guy in Estonia said, "James, guess what I got? I said, what? He said, I got the V7. He said, because of you, and I had to get it before you, James. So, and then I tested it and did a photo of it. And the guys from Sire saw this, and they all grabbed me in. And I said,
what's your first impression trying that V7 compared to your other basses you've had before?
okay, out the box, you know, the V7 was already in tune. It was out the box. And playing it, I think it took me like 2-3 hours after dialing. Dialing. Yeah, you know, but overall, I knew I liked the sound from what I was hearing. I was still skeptical about it. And then I was playing with my ears through my, you know, my earphones. And then I plugged it in at a gig for the first time with the amp and everything. And I played it because I like to give it the thumping, the thumb and the plucking and the fingering and everything. And it played. It was just like butter for me.
Yeah.
You know, and my first impression was like, you know, I was in heaven. This has been my main bass.
Yeah, you haven't sold it.
Yes, I have. You know, when I was trying to sell the P7.
P7, yeah.
And then I recorded with the P7 a couple more times, and I said, no, I'm not selling it because it recorded good, man. The P7 recorded.
Yeah, P7 is nice.
Good. And so, but I have the Sadowski, and I have the MIM, the Fender Jazz here too, you know. And but my Fender, my V7 gets the playing time most of the time.
So how many basses do you have now?
Right now, I have an acoustic, which my son uses. And I have 5.
5 basses is enough.
Yeah, that's you know. I don't think I do want to get. I want to get the 10. The
V10.
Yes.
Yeah, the most expensive one. Now I saw you had Pavel.
Jazz. Yes.
Now let's just okay. Pavel is much more expensive, but compared to Sire, how do you take that?
Ooh. Oh, Pavel's gonna kill me. Oh man, I think I like the. I'm gonna go with the V7 for me for what I wanted. But Pavel, maybe I don't know what it was. For me.
Because you sold Pavel, right?
Yes, Pavel's gone, man. And I sold it to this guy from Madrid.
Yeah.
And the guy from Madrid, he sold it. Like, I think he didn't have it no more than a month. So, but the Pavel, I want to give it some props, good props, because there's a few people in this area region who bought a Pavel because of me. But for the V7 and the P7, Sire, man, I can show you different emails. There are so many people that come and test my bass out. Probably if there's 25 people in this country with a Sire, at least 15 of them have come here and tried it out, or have want to buy one because of me.
Yeah. So and Sire guys have to hear this,
Yes.
They have to send you another bass.
Hey, you can see me that V10. But how do you like the M5?
The M5, M5 is, if you like M7, you're gonna love M5 because basically the kind of same specs, same electronics. M5 is killing, man. For humbuckers, it's killing and it's affordable. And you have many switches. You have lots of sound choices. It's all there.
Yeah, But with your Yamaha, I mean, exactly. It's the toning on the Yamaha is like.
Yeah.
You know this. It is.
Yeah, it's distinguished. It's distinguished tone. But speaking of the price point, Sire is it's killing.
I agree. No, I agree with you 100%. And I
Killing.
really,
And with the preamp on it, you basically you can manipulate any kind of sound.
mhm. Yes. Okay. I agree. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. But do you, I mean, how many sounds do you manipulate when you play with your V5?
I have a no a V5 is for my client, so I haven't had that
Okay.
as my personal. But I
But
tried that. V5 might be one of the best passive bass I've ever
yes,
tried.
really.
Yeah, if there is a Fender guy who loves the passive, the simple kind of bass, V5 is the
Yeah.
choice.
Wow.
Than the V7 because the preamp sometimes is intimidating for some people, right?
Mhm. Yes. 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 I mean, because of my V7 and my P7, my range of what I choose is very narrow,
Mm-hmm.
and each bass are very distinctive, their own. But I tend to go, with certain range that I like to work within, and that, sometimes unless it's like I have to cut through a mix at a big arena, I'm gonna have to kick off the bass, turn down the bass and have more punchier. I tend to have everything at 500, straight up. My volume is, of course, is up, but and then my EBS, everything is 12 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah,
You know.
yeah. Flat amp.
Yes,
It's a flat
I
amp.
love. What amp do you use?
No, I don't use any amp. Just practice amp. Impact
Okay,
BA 12-inch. Yeah, that's it.
okay.
I just use the regular venue amp, whatever they have.
Sometimes, do you like yours with the horn, because you do pluck a lot. You do thump.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
do a lot
What?
of. You're very
What?
punchy, and you.
Yeah. When we have Sire, I think there is no problem that we can beat any venue, any kind of room with that mid knobs.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Ooh.
I love that feature.
Oh my God!
Uh,
It cuts through, man.
it cuts through, really.
Cuts through. It cuts through.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you hear people in the, I hear it from the people who are musicians and sound men. They'll tell you that. I'm like, hey man, bass sounds great, man. It's come through the house nice. I'm like, oh, thanks. It's good to hear that.
Yeah. Okay. If you have any inputs that you could say to Sire, what are they for their bassist at the moment?
Well, they did one already, which is they've noticed it, which is the P5, the P7. I'm sorry, the P7. It was the
Ah,
frets. Um, but for me, I would say, oh man, I would like to have, I would like to see a jazz bass with humbuckers.
some
Oh,
some people already say that,
oh man,
jazz body with humbuckers pickups,
oh
right?
man, yes.
We
Ooh.
love thick.
Because I like the F bass, you know.
I've owned them. The VF5 and BN5. I have owned them.
Really?
Yeah, they're lovely. The Canadian bass, right? They're
Right.
lovely. They're expensive, kind of expensive, but they're
They
lovely. But then
whoa.
I have V5, VF5, the 70s jazz from F bass, and then I sold it for around 2,700 US dollars,
Wow.
secondhand, used
Second
one,
hand.
used one. And because I've already had Sire basses, the V series, sometimes I
Yes.
don't need to buy that boutique or expensive jazz because
Yep.
jazz is jazz.
Jazz is jazz. Yes.
Jazz is jazz. You cannot expect the super jazz or jazz is jazz. They have a
Yes.
limited spectrum.
And then
Now
it's the beat them the F bass. I
killing.
love the yes, but it's way out of my pocket.
Yeah, yeah. That's why boutique basses are different because they are they're being taken care with much care. Yeah,
Yes.
you pay you get what you pay. It makes sense. But then there is a good choice and alternative with Sire basses.
Man, I'm telling you, they don't. this V7, it's my main arsenal bass. You know,
Yeah.
you got something. You have the Sadowski sitting there. I have the Fender Jazz, and I just took the Sadowski out maybe 3 months ago.
5 string.
Yes, I took it out. You know, to start doing some of my recordings and stuff, more recordings, and and then the Sadowski has stayed out.
Okay,
You
now
know,
now give me your honest opinion, okay, about Sadowski jazz with that V7. Your Sadowski is jazz, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
I got to go with what I like when I record. I'm gonna go with that because I haven't played it in a show yet.
Okay.
My Sadowski. I liked how the Sadowski tracks on my some of my recordings,
Because
and
they're only boost, you know, there's no cut in Sadowski, right?
yes. And sometimes some of the recordings are a little bit distorted, you know, on my Sadowski, whereas the V7 come across a little bit more smoother, cleaner. You know, could be my settings and stuff, but I always try all three basses, if not four, of my basses on one track and see which one fits the best. And I want to put this one in your eyes. That song. I want to try the Sadowski, but the P7 track very good, and it's the Sire P7 is there.
Yeah, you have the precision, the kind of take dirty old tone, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes, you know, exactly that. You know, which I like.
I've tried Sadowski and recorded my YouTube video, and they have a killing, sometimes overwhelming preamp. You know, the preamp is
They do. Yeah,
it's
I agree. I think it's so true. You know, it could be overwhelming.
yeah.
But I listened to Jackie Clark one day. He talked about some of this bass recordings was a little bit dirty, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't want it," but he said for some reason he left it in there, and the music played with it, covered it, and it was sounding great. And I listened to that, and I thought about it, and I played the Sadowski, and it was a bit dirty, but with the music on top of it, it worked. I don't have to do that with my Sire. The Sire just goes in, you know, wherever I play it at, it works. Sadowski is, you know,
Okay, now you're using now. Speaking about the amp, you've been using what is it, EBS?
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to be an Eden.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I was a big Eden fan, man. That I was, you know, like I endorsed Eden, and when I was in Los Angeles. But when I came to Estonia, you know, my Eden started, you know, with the wear and tear, and to get it repaired and this and that, and finally I just said, you know, I grabbed Aguilar,
Yeah.
and it was okay. Then I was on tour in Finland, and my backline was all EBS, EBS and Aguilar, because I had my amp, and the EBS was just kick-hit, and I was like, whoa. And so I just contacted the head CEO guy, Bo Emberg, over there, and he said, hey, and we became friends. He said, okay, go here in Finland, talk to this guy, get the hookup, and it was virtually, the cost was incredible, way down. It was, you know, as a musician, you know.
Oh, so you bought the EBS with much discount then as an artist?
Yes.
But you still pay for that?
Yeah, I paid for that. Yes,
Okay.
yes, all that. But the for what they gave it to me for, it was well worth it to promote them, because I think those sitting there, all four of those rigs probably have run about, let's see, maybe like 4.5,
Yeah.
you know, thousand, you know, plus. And so, and it was like, well with all that 1,100.
What string do you use on your basses?
What? I'm sorry.
Strings.
Oh, a DR.
DR. You've been using DR?
High beams. Yeah, man. Yes. That's,
Which type?
to the 125. I'm trying to think which one. The high beams. I'm trying
High beams.
one. Yeah, high beams.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and I've been using high beams well before Pavel. And same with in I endorse them because they give me I just pay for the shipping.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
They'll give me $2 or $3, 2 or 3 years supply,
Yeah. Okay, now tell us more about your originals. How do you approach your, song creation? How's your approach to make songs, to make your songs original?
Oh man, my approach is when I hear music, when I'm writing, it could start off with it has to, I have to hear something, and then I know what I want. But and I'll have, my approach would be music first,
Mm-hmm.
then comes lyrics.
Yeah.
But almost before the lyrics, when I hear the music, I know what kind of lyrics I want with it. If I want it to be soulful, and most of my stuff is soulful, So my approach is music, and then nothing fancy. Especially when that bass line, everything is like potatoes, gong, 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 just to get that vibe. Drums, 2 and 4, cat, and then the keys and etc. And I'm not an extraordinary keyboard player, but I just play some patch chords. But my writing, and then I'll get my cats from my band, or whoever, to play on, and say, hey, this is what I have. Do what you do your magic, and they'll come across with some great ideas on top of that, And that's what I like about originals. And sometimes they want to play what they hear, what I've done, and they want to play exactly that. And I'm like, just you hear that, but do you?
Yeah.
Play that, but play how you feel it,
Yeah.
And some people do it. They'll play what they hear, but they'll go up beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will stay right there, and I'm like, okay, it's okay, but I'd rather for you to be creative,
Be free.
Because I accept everything, man. If it's it's how you feel, good,
Yeah. But sometimes the best thing is that you have the best interpretation of another player on your song, right?
Oh, true. I mean, there's my song, "Keep Your Head to the Sky." There's
sing it, man.
Let me see. I'll keep talking to you one second. I'll sing it for you. 1 second.
Yeah, let us hear your originals. Come on, man.
Yes. 1 second. I'll put you back in. 1 second. Here we go.
What's your favorite original? I know your originals are our favorite. I mean, the one that you want us to hear now.
This song right. Let's see. 1 second.
We can wait.
Can you hear that a little bit?
Yeah.
I got my speakers screaming though. Speakers screaming.
You can lower it down a bit. Yeah.
goes a little something like this. When you wish upon a star, things will take you so far. You can dream an endless dream. Set the bar so high. Yeah. You have doubts, blind to what's ahead.
Oh yeah.
It's a dead-end road, nowhere to go. No, reach inside, so deep inside. Raise your hands and touch the clouds, and keep your head to the sky. For the clouds tell you why. Keep your head to the sky. Keep your head. One more verse. One more verse. Ah, Dennis Paskevich on the flute. Here we go. Purpose to live is a reality. I find myself never alone. No. Step right up and be a man. Faith and you will understand. Woo! You have doubts, blind to what's ahead. Life's a dead-end road, nowhere to go. No, reach inside, so deep inside. Raise your hands above the clouds and keep your head. Yes.
All right, man. That's so lovely. What
Yes.
is the title?
Keep your head to the sky.
Keep your head to the
Your
sky.
head to the
Okay.
sky. You know, it's like
Nice.
it's Earth, Wind and Fire they have a title song called that, but my main objective was you know, you believe.
Yeah.
Keep your head to the sky, you know.
Yeah. It's beautiful, man. What's the heavy influence on that song?
Oh man. You know what? The guitar player, his name is Nep Idizade. He's a teacher, music teacher, American Puerto Rican. When he heard it, the first thing he said was Roy Ayers.
Ah.
But I wasn't thinking Roy Ayers, but he said Roy Ayers. Whoa. And then he thought maybe on one of my other songs, a flugelhorn.
Uh-huh.
And then I said, oh, what about flute? And so I brought the flute player in, who's a great saxophonist. And then I just played the vibraphones on keys. But yeah, man. So that's, it has a Roy Ayers vibe to it.
Yeah. Okay,
Definitely Roy.
so your originals are already outside, but not yet on Spotify.
Right. No, this is like a verse. You'll hear a verse, or maybe the chorus, but you heard almost the whole song now.
Yeah. Okay.
I put out the whole song. I just put a test for people to
Okay.
listen, get the reaction from them, and most of the time, especially ladies, they like the slower ballads, something they can understand lyrically.
Yeah.
And the guys tend to go with something like my funk music,
Yeah.
which is up tempo, And but I tend to follow the ladies, because they're going to be the ones that's going to be.
Okay, so just give us your update and then how to get those songs after that. I think it's gonna be lovely.
I think by the beginning of June, I'm going to have at least 4 songs upload, up on the platforms, the media, and such as Spotify. And I'll definitely send it to you so where you can disperse it out, the links and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
But through that, by the 1st of
Okay.
June, whatever.
All right.
So,
Okay. It might be the last question for you about the music life before and after the crisis.
oh wow,
The COVID. How's the life there before the crisis and then after the crisis hits, especially for musicians there, and your
mhm,
job personally. How did you
yeah.
take that? And how
Oh
did
man,
yeah?
me and my son was in Tenerife, the island, Spanish island, for holiday when last year when it started hitting, and we finished the holiday, came back, and I had one show left, and then everything was stopped mid March last year, and then it picked up June, the middle part of June. It picked up, and I started having cafes and terrace, and my band we started doing shows up until the end of November, and then I've been not working since the end of December
Wow.
to now, musically.
9 months, huh? So now
Yes.
you're not working
No,
until
no,
now.
since December.
Last year.
Yeah, yeah. So you're talking about December, January, February,
Yeah.
March,
So
April,
9 months.
almost 5 months.
Yeah, 9 months.
And so, just digging into my savings account, it's going in there, man. It's terrible. But I believe, I've always believed,
Yeah.
it's, things are going to get better. And it has.
Amen.
So it's getting better over here because our numbers are really low,
Okay.
very low.
Not many
And
people in Estonia.
no, it's, you talk about the Estonians and the Russians who are virtually here, it's 1,500,000.
Mhm.
And then everybody else is, we make maybe a
We,
100,000.
we have 15 million only in Jakarta city.
Ooh.
So yeah. So when it's shut down, it's really shut down, and I lost all the jobs, until
Yeah,
now.
50 million, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
You should come here and make music.
I would love to come there. That's the next Jakarta, is it the Java Fest?
Yeah, Java Jazz Festival is in Jakarta every year, and we lost the Java Jazz this year. Yeah, we don't have it
Yes.
this year.
But the thing is now, you can see it in the States. A lot of the musicians are getting back into the swing of things. You can see the tours are starting to pop up and
Yeah,
they're starting to
slowly.
travel,
Yeah.
you know. Here, I have dates in May, dates in June, in July, and August. But we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. I hope things are getting better in your area and also in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, especially performers. We are hit pretty bad everywhere,
It,
almost everywhere.
it hard, you know. I tell my son, he was one thing about me and my ex-wife, because we're with our son all the time, and she lives near me. But you know, my we never pushed music to my son, and it wasn't because of me, but I just never whatever he wanted to be. So he's good at the like creating. He's a game creator. He can create games, man, and
Oh,
he's only just turned 16 years old, and he's with a group of people from around the world, and they create games and stuff, man. So
that's a nice thing to do these days.
yes, so but I keep telling him, I said, "Yo, man, what you want to be? Lawyer? No. So what do you want to be, Miles? A lawyer? Lawyer? No, I said,
Okay, James. Thank you so much for being in this channel and telling your stories, your regionals, and everything. It's been a nice talk, and
yes.
I'm gonna let you go for your works, and I hope that
Before you
things.
go, before you go, it's when I was in Los Angeles,
Yeah,
this pop star. She's probably she's waned over a little bit now. Anastasia.
Anastasia. Huh?
Yes. You
From
look
where?
her up. She's
Uh-huh.
from the U.S. Pop
Okay.
singer. I'm out of time. Set me free. And this girl, she was in our band in Los Angeles
Oh,
before Epic Records, and then also Elisa Fiorillo. Look her up. She was in our band, singer. but she was backing vocalist for Prince. She was the only white girl in Prince band singing. If you ever look in
Oh,
the in Power Generation, look it up, man. You'll see Elisa. Great
really?
voice. Yeah, great voice.
She's in LA now.
Yeah. Well, no, she's in Vegas because she's her and her husband and her child. They're in Vegas, and but Anastasia and Elisa Fiorillo, those were two great, two great vocalists.
So they were in your band.
Yeah, yes. Okay. There was in the band that was in Los Angeles. Was and which is the good thing about
they're still singing till this day.
I think Elisa is. Anastasia, she's just living off the millions she's earned. Yes. But yeah, and Anastasia, once I send you the link, you're gonna like, oh, okay, I've heard of her. Or your musicians or singers may have heard of her.
Yeah. Send me a link of her.
Because I think she used to be there.
Okay.
I think she performed in the Java Fest before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so, man. Like years ago, I think.
She's performing in Java Jazz?
No, she has. I think she has performed in Jakarta, so to speak.
Okay. All right, I'll check them out. So
I'm gonna.
Yeah. Okay, James. Thank you so much. Glad to have you here. God bless.
God bless, man. Respect.
Okay. Respect.
All right,
Thank you, man.